Welcome to Meet the Candidates 2015, a voter education program brought to you by the Shakopee Chamber and Visitors Bureau. My name is Angie Whitcomb, and this morning I'm joined by school board candidate Angela Tucker. Angela, thanks for joining us here today. I appreciate you taking some of your time to share with the voters a little bit about yourself. Why don't we get started by you giving a brief history of your experience and what motivates you to run in this election?
Sure. Well, first thing, I'm a mother of two boys that are in the district. I have a senior at the high school, so we've been part of this district since third grade. We moved here in 2005. I also have a 3-year-old who is starting Stepping Stones preschool this year, so we get to start this journey again. The reason I run for school board is I'm very passionate about making sure that our kids have the education that they need to be lifelong learners and to be successful outside of the classroom. And you know, there's so much that is involved in education that I really like to get my hands dirty and get into the nitty-gritty of getting these kids the right tools to be successful.
Great. So in your view, what is the most pressing issue facing the school board in the upcoming years? And if elected, how will you work to address it?
Well, we're currently working on the referendum, so that's definitely a pressing issue, getting that building built and making sure that we're following through with our commitment to the community. But I would like to address closing the achievement gap as a big thing for me. We're starting currently this year with the Excellence in Equity Department. That is new for us this year, and their commitment is to work with our students of color to get them more actively involved in our schools, and I think that's a great step forward in getting these kids more engaged, because if they're engaged in our schools, they're going to be engaged in their studies. And I also want to focus that our equity is not just kids of color. We have kids with special needs. They need their needs met as well, and I believe that they need more opportunities in our district as well, and that's a big passion point for me as well. So not only with the minorities, but with our kids of special needs, that they need some great tools to be successful as well.
Great. So Angela, if you are elected, what are 3 concrete action steps that you would propose or support to enhance the health of the business community?
Well, the one great thing that we're doing this year that has got me on cloud 9 is this CAPS Academy program. This program is us working with business leaders in our community. We're currently working with Shutterfly and St. Francis. We're starting with pilot programs where kids are actually housed in these businesses and they're actually gaining real-world work experience that, you know, when I was in high school, I didn't get that. So this is giving them some opportunities to earn high school credit, college credit, and life skills. I would want to continue this program, and I think we need to continue to work with our partners in the community to find new businesses that are willing to partnership with us, whether it be in-house in their facility or just mentoring our kids. I also think with the innovation that we're bringing to the new high school, I guess you could say, with our CAPS Academy program, what a great opportunity to get businesses in our schools, working with our kids, even if it's a 1-hour talk, whether they're committed financially or whatever the case may be. That's a great tool. And then lastly, as we continue to offer more opportunities in our co-curriculars with the building of the field house, the land that we are going to make into fields, that's a great opportunity for tournaments in our community, and that will just drive business in. People are going to have to maybe stay here. I'm sure they're going to eat here. They're going to get gas here. So that's just a great way to get more business into Shakopee.
Great. So in your opinion, whose interests should matter most, or whose interests drive you when making decisions as a school board member?
Well, I think all key stakeholders are important. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking about the student and what's right for these kids. I'm not going to base a decision if it's not in the right interest of our kids. We're here to make sure that they're ready for the future, and that's my #1 priority.
Great. If someone was considering moving their family or their business to Shakopee, what would you tell them to convince them that this was a good move?
I would say you just want to pack your bags and get here right away. There are so many great things happening in Shakopee. Our city's doing a good job bringing businesses in here, but our schools, with the way that we're going to change education and having the academy approach, not only in the high school but at the middle level, this is just a different ballgame than what we're used to. So wanting to be part of this crazy fun stuff that's going to happen is going to be great. We're working on with the equity program. There's just so many great things to be here. And lastly, what I have to say about this is we have the best teachers. They are committed to our kids. And even down to the janitors, the food service, everybody is just phenomenal, and they all want our kids to succeed. And they're doing a great job doing that.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
So as we wrap this up, will you tell our viewers what makes you the best candidate for the position of school board?
Sure. So as I think about this question, it's never easy to talk about yourself. But what I think about is my family. I have a diverse family. I've got 2 African American kids. I have a kid with special needs. I have a kid graduating from high school, so we've been through the district. I have a kid starting over. So now I get to do this again. This is a perspective that most of the board members that are running don't have. I also feel as though I'm very dedicated. When I was voted into the school board position, I took that commitment serious. I have never missed a school board meeting. I have a very high attendance rate to all my committee meetings. This is a big deal, and I don't take it lightly. So I'm very dedicated, and I will continue to show my dedication to our students and to our community. And lastly, when we went through all this referendum, we learned a lot about our community. We engaged them a lot. We listened to them a lot. I have that knowledge, and I've done a lot in our district as far as my committees are, and I feel like that will bring a lot of valuable tools to the table when we're continuing to move forward.
Great. Angela, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing with our viewers at home a little bit more about yourself. And thank you for joining us today for this edition of Meet the Candidates 2015. As always, please check the Chamber website at shakopee.org for all of the information, including polling times and places that you need to make your vote count in the November 3rd election.